It has been 1 month since I started my journey of playing Battlegrounds. And to be honest, I really enjoy Battlegrounds. I'm having a lot of fun doing it. So I've decided to help out the fellow noobs and make a tier list of what games I think are best to play if you're just a beginner. I'm gonna try my best to make the most sense I can. I'm still a noob at these and I don't understand quite how everything works. Although it's been a month, I feel like I should be a lot better than I am. But yeah, okay. So I have a tier list here. S to D, and then I got a list of these games here because I've played these. This can also be taken as a ranking of how I enjoyed the games, because me being a noob and starting out, I think the games that are best for noobs would probably be the most enjoyable. So you can take it either way. So starting off, we have the strongest Battlegrounds, the biggest Battlegrounds game of all time. When you think of Battlegrounds, you think of the strongest Battlegrounds. It only makes sense. If you remember my first video, this is the start of the Brutal Demon. This is the beginning. Personally, I think this game has a lot of ups and very little downs. I think if you want to start playing Battlegrounds, there is no doubt in my mind the strongest Battlegrounds is not the best one to start out playing. And let me explain. If your first impression of Battlegrounds games is the strongest Battlegrounds, every other game will be a lot more easier. I feel like the strongest Battlegrounds has very stiff movement, but if you get used to it before you start playing any other game, every other game will feel so much easier because it's so much smoother, I guess. I think I can explain it like that. I think the strongest Battlegrounds is peak for starting out on Battlegrounds. Another thing I'd like to point out is because of its super high player count, there's going to be a lot of noobs. Meaning that you're not going to fight the greatest players of all time in every single fight, if you understand what I'm saying. Ultimate Battlegrounds. I think I've only played this one time on this YouTube channel. I think I played it for like half an hour to an hour maybe. And to be honest, I don't think I have enough time played to really give a strong opinion. But my first impressions were that it was very smooth to play. Animations were very good. It was a very eye-pleasing game. And honestly, I didn't see anything bad about it. It seemed pretty fun. There was a balance between noob and pro. I think I'm gonna give it a solid B. It's gonna be the highest B. Any other one of these that gets placed B will be below it. Very high B. Heroes Battlegrounds. Okay. A lot of you are not gonna like my opinion on it, okay? I think Heroes Battlegrounds has got to be the smoothest Battlegrounds game. Everything just feels nice. The movement feels nice, animations, everything. The cutscenes are really good. Honestly, a really good game. But starting out as a noob, it has got to be one of the worst. Every single player in the Heroes Battlegrounds game is like sent from God, just the greatest player of all fucking time, and I don't know what to do. In my Hero Slayer Mastery video, I think I played for maybe 2 hours and I think I got 3 kills or 2 kills. Heroes Battlegrounds is not the game you want to play if you're starting out. It's going into D, okay? Please do not get mad. I think the game is great. Starting out as a noob though, you gotta take into consideration that every single player is just too good. Like, noobs should stay away from this game until they understand it a little bit at least. In my opinion, please do not get upset. Legends Battlegrounds. I played this was, I think, either the 3rd or 4th game I've ever played. And after I played it for the first time, I put a lot of hours into it. I think I put like 10 hours into it. I really liked Legends Battlegrounds. And when this new update comes out, you are 100% going to see a video because I had a lot of fun playing it. I think, personally, because I was just starting out when I first played it, I had no issue with being able to learn. A lot of helpful people as well. I think Legends Battlegrounds has got to be like an A. I think it's got to be an A. I think it's really fun to play. There aren't really toxic people in it. You're not really encountering teamers as much as you would in like the average game. You know, A. I think A is perfect for it. Jujutsu Shenanigans. This game, honestly, after thinking about it, I think it's S tier. I think Jujutsu Shenanigans is S tier. It's not competitive at all. It's just funny. But don't expect to get really good at Battlegrounds games if you're only playing Jujutsu Shenanigans. But if you're just trying to have fun and mess around, like, I don't think there's a better game than it. I would say that the only downside of this not being number 1 is that the tech that you would learn in this really wouldn't transfer over to these games as much as these games would transfer over to each other. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, C's Battlegrounds. I played this for the first time very recently, I think a few days ago, and I had a pretty fun time on it. I think if you like One Piece, there's no doubt that you're gonna like this game. You'll like this game. This is a fun game. I don't really have much to say because I really didn't play it for that long, but I'll put it into B tier. Honestly, these last 3 games here are pretty much kind of going to be like C's Battlegrounds. I don't really got much to say about it, but I can give an opinion. I think Fiction Battlegrounds is pretty fun. It says here small update. I don't know what they added to it. I haven't checked it out. It'll go into B as well. The reason why I'm putting it B is because there's nothing wrong with it, I guess. It's more the fact that why would you start out playing this game when there's way better games to start out playing, I guess. It's kind of like the point of that. I have a feeling that these other games here are kind of going to be like a similar sort of thing, except for maybe Chakra Battlegrounds. But we'll get to those when they come. Yeah. And then this one is Chakra Battlegrounds. This one is a lot more unique than any of the other games in a different sort of way. I think if you're a noob, you might not want to play this one as your first game. Once you understand things a little bit more, it's really fun. I'm not going to put it into C. It doesn't deserve C, but it'll go into B. And then Realm Rampage really isn't even that much of a battleground sort of game. It felt different. I don't know how to explain it. It felt like a mix of Jujutsu Shenanigans and like something else. C tier. Okay, this is me talking again while editing. Looking over what I said, I feel like I hardly explained anything for these last few games. I don't know what I was doing. I really didn't get into detail very much about these games, and honestly, not a lot of people probably care about the opinion of these smaller games, so I'm gonna make it short and simple. These last 3 games are all pretty similar. There's nothing really wrong with them, but there's nothing exceptionally great about them, and the fact that some of these other games, like the Strongest Battlegrounds and Jujutsu Shenanigans and Legends Battlegrounds, they exist. So there's not really a huge reason I want to start playing Battlegrounds with these smaller games. Personally, from my experience, I think starting out with the Strongest Battlegrounds is the way to go. Once you learn it a little bit, you can start branching off to other games because they can also be fun too. But I don't know. Everyone's got different opinions. Hopefully people aren't getting upset with my opinions here. No, doesn't deserve C. B tier, above Chakra. This list looks really stupid. This looks like shit. Okay, well, if anybody wanted my opinion on what games you should play starting out, it would be this, okay? If I went by how much I enjoyed the games, it would be pretty similar. I'm sorry, heroes, but your game is impossible for new players to play. But yeah, this is the list here. Hopefully I didn't upset anybody. I'm just trying to help out newer players because I'm a newer player-ish, sort of. If this list didn't help you at all and you don't know what you're doing, I'm sorry. If you made it this far, you've learned a lot. Okay, I made this list to kind of help out newer players like myself, but also because a lot of people were trying to figure out what games I enjoyed the most. If it was solely by how much I enjoy the games, Heroes would not be at D. It would be a lot higher, but it's like half and half with that game. Sometimes I just can't stand it because it's just so... people are mean. I'm not good enough to fight these people yet, but that's on me. That's not on the developers or nothing. That's on me. So yeah, these are the YouTube members right here. I keep forgetting to shout them out. Shout out to everybody here on this list. You guys are awesome. Every single one of you. Hey guys, how's it going? I usually don't make very short videos, but I felt like if I was to make a shorter video, I'd have to at least get it to 8 minutes. I hope you guys understand and you're not upset, okay? Rent's due, alright? Rent is due. But like and subscribe and all the stuff that the other people say and stuff. Okay, bye.